Action! What's up, guys? Rich Guzman here.
Hey, guys. Anastasia Hall is better known as Coach Ace.
And welcome to the Super Affiliate Network. Guess what? Inner Circle Coaching Call. And guess what? We got the...
We rocking the new shirts. How you guys like it?
It's all about the brand.
Yeah, we're really excited about today's actual Inner Circle because we have a special guest here, one of the top earners in the Super Affiliate Network here, newcomer, Rebecca Reed.
In the house.
That's right, Rebecca Reed. We're going to get to her in a few minutes, but those of you who are here for the first time, and you guys are here on the Inner Circle, this is your first time here, give us a like on this fan page. Make sure that you say hello to Rebecca, and she'll say hello back.
Yeah. Renee, what's happening?
Hello, Lupe. How you doing? Good to see you. Yeah. Make sure you like the fan page right at the top, that button right there somewhere, right? I'm looking at the camera, but it's like I'm pointing this way, that way.
I think it's right this way. It's up there somewhere.
Yep. So you just like that button so that way you don't miss out when the Inner Circle is broadcasting, okay? You don't miss out any of the Freedom Calls as well that we do here at the Super Affiliate Network. You guys love the shirts. Oh, thank you.
So, hey, can you guys hear us okay? We sound pretty good?
No echoes?
No echoes?
Video quality?
Because there's no echoes.
Y'all can see Rebecca clear, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool.
And there's an echo we got to deal with it. It's only one mic.
No, I think we're good.
We're good?
I think we're good.
Yeah. All
Just
right.
make sure that we share. Oh, yeah, share, guys. We got to make sure we share, right? Share the Inner Circle and make sure that you let everybody know to come here to the Inner Circle, watch this interview because this is a surprise interview. You guys did not know we had Rebecca today.
Yes.
Yep.
I'm squeezing.
I'm squeezing. All right. So, guys, those of you who are here, thank you so much for joining us on the Inner Circle.
Welcome.
And welcome. We have Rebecca Reed. Now, she has definitely made a name for herself here in the Super Affiliate Network family. This is a woman with determination, and I'm talking about, like, she just came out of nowhere and just started, like, hammering traffic, started doing things, you know, just like it's taught within the Profit Boosting Boot Camp. And Rebecca, you graduated, right, from the boot camp? How many days did it take you?
I probably maybe about a week or so. Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, just like us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right.
Within the week, she crushed it, and she started implementing, taking massive action. And we're going to be asking her some questions here so she can share some of her secrets and give you guys some advice as well. For those of you who are brand new, who are thinking about, is the Super Affiliate Network all that it seems to be?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes, very much it is. That's right. So, Rich, pull up my questions so I can see what I'm talking about here.
They're right in front of you.
They are, okay. So, Rebecca, tell us, how long you've been in the internet marketing sphere, or maybe you came from the network marketing industry. What's your experience?
I started out with network marketing back in, I guess, March of 2016. So that was how I started, like, the whole work from home thing. Learned the concept of internet, or started, I should say, learning the concept of internet marketing in November. With a different company, and I absolutely sucked at it. Lost a ton of money, still recovering from that, and came into SAN in February as kind of last-ditch effort, just ready to kick some butt or go down swinging, one or the other, you know. And there we are, here to now.
Awesome. And can you tell me a little bit about your experience when you first joined network marketing?
When I first joined network marketing,
Ooh, I think we might have lost her.
Did we?
Yeah.
Rebecca?
Are you there?
Hang on.
Hold on, guys. We might have lost her temporarily, so hold on one second, guys. Let me see if I can get her back here. Oh, she's so fired up, man.
I know, right? Hang on, guys. We're going to get her back.
Could be an internet connection issue and stuff like that. So.
See if we can pull her back up. But in the meantime...
I'm sorry.
You okay?
Yeah, you know how, okay, so yeah, I need to replace my computer, so now I'm joining you on my phone so it doesn't shut me off again.
Oh, okay, all right.
Cool, awesome.
All right, so we were saying that your experience when you first joined network marketing.
Oh yeah, when I first joined network marketing, I mean, I desperately needed to make some money, you know. my situation's been talked about a lot, I guess, at this point. But I'm a single mom. I've got 3 small boys, and we were on food stamps. I was trying to raise them on less than $27,000 a year, and so I really didn't know any other work from home opportunities existed. And I can't say that I was excited about network marketing because I never liked. There were some bad experiences of people continuously, I felt like, hounding me, and I didn't want to be one of those people.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know there were any other ways. And so I dove in, and really, I never liked the reach outs. I never liked those just continuously chasing people. But I did it anyway, because I think when your back is to a wall, that's just what you do.
Right.
But at the same time, I tell you what, in network marketing, you really have to work your ass off to try to get any kind of money coming in. And that's what I did day in and day out. And I would make a couple $100, few $100. My biggest check was $500. And I tell you what, I was working like ridiculous amounts to earn that. It was not a sustainable, just day-to-day life, especially with taking care of my children as well. So, I'm grateful to network marketing because it kind of allowed me entry into the work from home world. I would not have known about the existence of what we're doing now had it not been for network marketing.
Yeah.
I kind of see it as a stepping stone, but, it wasn't what I wanted to do, especially for years on end.
And how did you find the Super Affiliate Network?
Pure desperation is the honest to God answer. So, network marketing led me to a company that kind of targets network marketers in terms of teaching them how to use the internet. And so I joined that company through borrowing a massive sum of money from my parents and just started trying to make anything happen with that. While I was desperately trying to make any kind of action happen there, Misha showed up and hosted a webinar for that particular company and sold the Solo Ad Success Formula. And I maxed out the remaining teeny tiny bit of my credit card to purchase the Solo Ad Success Formula, and got to work with Dan Musket because the course came with some coaching calls with him. Started diving in with solo ads and absolutely fell flat on my face because those capture pages were not predisposed to doing well with solo ads. So it was terrible. It was really, really awful. And through talking with Dan, this was probably maybe it was December when Misha did the webinar. It was probably around January when Dan was like, by the way, did you know that you have access to the Super Affiliate Boot Camp? I was like, no, I did not. So that's kind of how it all came. It was just all there. It was all desperation based. It was just diving into one thing after another. And here I am.
Wow. Now you told us earlier you took about a week to complete that boot camp. Now what kind of mindset issues were you dealing with when you first started? Honestly, from the get-go, despite having no success to that point, I was exceedingly excited. I was just insanely excited. Working through, I was working at that time with Bethany Powelson, and I adore her, and just talking with her, working through the boot camp, it didn't really matter in my mind that I had never had success. Like, it was so tangible to me. I could absolutely feel it, and it was just gonna happen. I was bound and determined. Now, I couldn't go pro right away because I'd already tapped out my loaning resource and I couldn't loan anymore. And so I had to wait until February when I got my tax return. So that's when I kind of count my official join date, because I was just sitting there waiting because I knew the money was coming and I knew what I was going to use it for, but I had to wait for it. So that's, yeah. Yeah, So
hopefully that answered.
You did exactly what we did, remember? That's exactly what we did when you got income tax to go pro.
Yes.
There you go. There you go.
You said March 16th you got started with internet marketing?
I'm sorry?
You said March 16th you got started with internet marketing in 2016?
That's when I got started with network marketing.
Okay, what's ironic about that, we started marketing Super Affiliate Network on March 16th.
On that date.
Oh, really? That's awesome. And I think that was based on a tax return too, buying into that company. They're all based on tax returns.
Smart move.
Yeah, man, totally. Yeah. So when you started with the Super Affiliate Network, like, you've been recognized by Misha. There was a congrats call that you had, I think you she won a contest, right?
Yeah.
You won the contest. What contest was that?
The car payment. Yeah. I was able to earn the car payment within my first month, which was
Wow.
awesome.
Wow, that's awesome.
First one.
Yeah. So I mean, going from negative success to, hey, here's $500 for your car payment was pretty much amazing.
Wow.
And yeah, so that's what that was.
That's
Awesome.
awesome. That is so cool. So, okay, so when you started internet marketing, what is it that you struggle with the most, you think, with internet marketing? What is it that really, like, was like the nail that just be like, oh my God, if I could just get over this?
Yeah.
Probably technical overwhelm for me. I am not a technologically oriented person whatsoever. I love the done for you style systems, and I still use that a lot now. But I know what has honestly helped me kind of cheat, I guess, on that aspect is the majority of what I've earned has come from the completely done for you systems, which has allowed me to outsource the crap I don't like, which is the technical aspect.
Nice.
Love it.
So yeah, that's how I've overcome the technical overwhelm. That's probably been the biggest hurdle for me.
Sweet.
So cool. So you took advantage of the dump for you system like we did in the beginning.
Yeah, that is. I mean, so I brought in a little over 10K at this point, and I would say 98% of that was based off the done for you system. Nice.
So now you drove your own solo ads, like you found your own vendors.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this: like on average, how many clicks are you running? Like on a weekly basis, monthly basis?
I try to run. I try to always have something running, and so it could be that I place 1 or 2 orders a week for anywhere from a couple hundred to, like, I've got right now. I'm in the middle of a 400 and some odd click. It could be that I just want to place a big one and have that go for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and place 1,000, something like that. The point for me is just always I feel most comfortable when something is running, because I feel like even if I'm off chasing my children or doing Lord knows what, at least something for my business is still in motion.
Yeah, exactly. That's a good point.
Yes,
absolutely.
Very good point. Guys, you hear what she's saying? Tell me if you guys got an aha from that, right? Right there in the comments. You got it. She feels like something's got to be moving. She's not stopping. She's a mom and she's driving traffic.
Yeah.
She's just not letting anything get in her way.
That's true.
I like that.
So, I mean, it's like, when you're always driving traffic and you're staying consistent with actually driving traffic in your business, you are marketing, and it becomes like a 24/7, type of system, right? Because, as you're getting leads, you're getting sales, it's all about the consistency of what you're doing.
Yeah,
I tell people that either twice a week, once a week, make sure that you're constantly driving traffic into the system.
Right.
That's going to help you, pretty much build it up.
And like she said, even if you're on a low cost budget, you don't really have much, but you're just getting started, just have at least 200 clicks going, at least 200. You can do that, right?
Yeah, exactly. As long as you're doing something, you're staying consistent. That's the key.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, totally. All right. So, do you have some sort of daily mindset routine that you do for your Super Affiliate Network business?
Oh, wow. That sounds a whole lot more like professional than I am. Daily mindset. I mean, I don't know that I have anything narrowed down. I mean, I wake up every day. My kids and I are up way before the sun. It's ridiculous. And, I just sit down and I do the same steps each day, Facebook Live. I do put out a blog, even though I tell my teammates the blog really doesn't propel traffic. It just makes me feel better about things. And so I do that anyway, and just I add to my follow-up series because I always want to make sure plenty of emails are going out. And so my daily mindset mostly is just making sure the follow-up and social media content is out there each day. Because then I can go about, because I also homeschool my kids because life isn't crazy enough, right? Then I can go about and take care of them and know that things are out there, they're being done, they're being clicked on, and things are moving. So I guess the best way to describe my daily mindset is to just do those things every single day, no matter what.
Wow.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what do you find is like your biggest breakthrough since being involved with Super Affiliate Network, like, what is your biggest breakthrough?
Biggest breakthrough. I don't know if this quite answers the question or not, but I think my biggest breakthrough for me has just been learning how to really use social media and Facebook in particular, because that is where a large chunk of income has come, which is awesome because it's totally free. I think learning how to share my story in a way that connects with people and inspires them and encourages them is probably the biggest aha moment I have had, because I know when I was doing network marketing, for instance, what I was taught, and therefore all I did was like, buy this product because it's amazing. This company is the number one, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Nobody cares. Nobody cares
No.
at all. And they keep scrolling. But learning how to use social media differently, and learning how to share bits of my life and learning how to connect with people and share things that will engage them, it has been probably the biggest breakthrough for me.
That's a very good point. I mean, you say that social media has, been pretty much a good chunk of the change. With social media, we know that social media is very, very powerful as far as marketing. And there's a different way of actually marketing on, social media versus, just driving traffic, right? Because you talk about engagement. And we've been really honing in on social media quite a bit lately.
Yes.
And it's been working out, really well. And, the future of marketing, I truly believe, is social media. Because we're focusing on building relationships, focusing on, like you said, creating your story, getting better at telling your story, and it becomes more compelling to people.
Yes.
Because people don't want to hear about, products anymore. They don't want to hear about opportunities no more. They want to hear about success stories. They want to hear about rags to riches. They want to hear about the pain, the struggle,
Yes.
all the things that goes into, like, getting a result, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, over 10K already. I mean, that's pretty huge.
Mhm.
You got to think about that. But that's a story that's so compelling.
Exactly.
People are out there struggling right now. They can't even make $100, not even
Right.
$10, right? So here you come along, right? You were struggling for so long, and now you can tell your story about, like, wow, you don't understand. I've been struggling for so long. I went through this pain of trying to figure out how to do this, and finally, going from network marketing and struggling and thinking that was the right way, and now all that changed when I found the Super Affiliate Network.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Stuff like that is going to more attract people to you because you're solving people's problems because they're struggling. You know what I'm saying? So by them struggling and you telling your story, that's attraction marketing at its finest, because you're attracting those people that want to be like you. Like, oh, I want to be like her. I want to create that success. Wow, she was in network marketing and nothing ever happened for her, and now she does this and now it's working for her. I must be doing something wrong. You know what I mean? And then they're going to find out more about you. They want to know more about what you do. And that's what happens to us too. So yeah, you're on the right track with
We
social
are
media.
definitely on the right track.
Yeah, you keep honing down those skills. Oh my God, it's going to be like endless free leads forever.
It's amazing. It's amazing. And, what's really cool about it is the more you do it and the more regular you stay with it, you start to get more and more messages from people. Like, I hear from people anymore that I never would have dreamt would have been interested in something from home. And all of a sudden I'm getting like an inbox message from them saying, what are you doing? So it's really cool. It's really cool.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun too, and the culture that you create with your own team members, and that duplication, you'll be able to teach them that you've learned along the way with the boot camp. You could be there for them, unlike how it was with network marketing when you were struggling. Nobody was really there for you, right? So like now you can be the best, leader you've always wanted to work with you. Now you can be that person for your team.
Absolutely. Well, I mean, ironically, I joined my best friend in network marketing, and now she's joined me in SAN.
That's so cool.
Awesome.
Give some hearts and some likes for Rebecca, man. Let's see it go across the screen. Oh, we're not done yet with her.
That's cool. That's really cool.
We're just having a good time here looking at these comments. Go get it, girl. XOXO. That was a comment from Tara. Go get it, girl. I like it. Being relatable. Yes, yes. Amanda Patch Davidson says, I am trying to better my life, trying to learn as much as I can about this program. I am excited and hope it works for me too.
Hope is a weak word, my dear. You got to be very certain about what you want out of your life. You got to make a decision and say, look, I want to make sure that I make this happen. Not I hope, Hope is doubtful. Hope is weak. Hope is, wondering if, you know what I mean?
What if?
We don't want to think that way. We want to
Yeah.
think like, I want to make this happen and I'm going to make this
I'm
happen.
gonna do it like
Okay?
Rebecca said. Like
Yes.
Rebecca did it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Somebody told me a long time ago that don't use the word hope because it is a weak word.
Mm.
And I didn't understand it, but now I get it, okay? So
Yes.
just make sure that you think about what you really want
Yes.
and make it happen, okay? And be very assertive of what you want to accomplish.
Another comment came in, says, what an inspiration. Chrissy Marie, she said, what an inspiration.
Yeah.
Renee Richton says, great story, Rebecca.
I'm inspired by this.
I am too.
Yeah.
And she's a mom, and I'm a mom, so now
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of moms in here who actually, want to actually follow in her footsteps.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely.
I like the fact that you said that, you run traffic every week and, you run a couple of traffics every single week and you're running something consistently and you don't feel comfortable if something's not running. And
Right.
that's really important to understand, everybody who's listening to this call.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If you're staying consistent and you're looking at like, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And I'm talking about the people who been in it for a little bit,
Mhm.
struggling, trying to figure out like, what's going on. Well, if you listen to what she's saying, she doesn't feel comfortable unless she's got something consistently running. Okay? Remember, this marketing thing is a machine,
Yeah.
right? So if you treat it like a machine, all right, keep the machine rolling, all right, it does spit out cash. Okay, just so you know. So make sure you keep the machine running.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So
yes.
it's all about results.
So, Rebecca, what books are you currently reading?
Go Pro by Eric Worre at the moment.
Nice.
A little more network marketing based, but still some good stuff in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, beans.
Totally.
I love it. Love it.
I'm going to recommend a book for you, Rebecca.
Go
Okay.
for it.
By Darren Hardy, The Compound Effect.
Ow. Ooh, okay.
That's a
All right.
very, very good
What?
book. Yes.
Oh,
Darren
man.
Hardy, he puts in there, go ahead and tell about the principles of success there in that one.
Well, it just tells you about like doing one activity over a long period of time
Yeah.
and seeing massive results
Okay.
and sticking with it, right?
Yes.
Just like the turtle and the rabbit have a race, the rabbit gets there first, but the turtle still gets there, right? And it's just like also about the compound effect with one penny and things like that. I won't give it too much away, but anything in life that you really focus on
Yes.
and you do one activity over a period of time. For instance, for example, when we started, we used the machine, we used a whole dump use system,
Right.
and we did it since March of 2016 and March 16th,
Through October.
all the way to the end of September to early October.
Right.
We used the machine and we made sure that Misha was doing the follow-up and all those kind of things. But what were we doing all those months?
We didn't just sit on our butts and not do anything.
We focused on our email marketing skill set.
Yeah.
So while that was running, we knew things were going to still keep building,
Mhm.
but we had to develop the other skill sets.
Yeah.
So we invested in ourselves to focus on that one activity over a long period of time, just like the compound effect.
Mhm.
And what happened was we got so good at writing our own emails that we're more comfortable with it now.
Yes.
And then we unplugged the machine and put it to our own machine. So now it works, awesome. So when you read that book, you'll find the power of doing one thing for a while. It's just
Yes.
amazing,
Cool.
When your kids get older, you can share it with them too, because I got my 10-year-old reading it as well.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
Entrepreneur life for all kids.
Oh yeah, girl, get them when they're young.
And if you want to do social media, a good book to get is from Mike Dillard, Magnetic Sponsoring. That book literally changed my life. Just the way I think about, sponsoring and inviting people to different things. It's a whole new way of thinking. That one is probably at the top of my list. I probably would go after that like immediately because that's amazing. Mike Dillard, Magnetic Sponsoring.
So I got my next question, right? Okay,
All right.
so Rebecca, the Super Affiliate Network is revolved around helping people. We have coaches in place for a reason. Now, did you think that you could actually get through the Super Affiliate Network by yourself, or you needed that coach to help you?
I think if you're determined, but coaches are also an integral part in terms of building up confidence. Because I think that without them, I would have been lacking in the right mindset and just, like I said, when I went through the boot camp, I could really, the success that I could have was just tangible to me. And that was all due to the coaching. I mean, I could have watched the training and gotten inspired, but actually visualizing what I wanted and what it would be like, I don't think I could have done that without the coaches.
Awesome. Did you guys hear that? Definitely take that tidbit and that takeaway. You see, she couldn't do this alone. And that's one thing you guys got to understand and appreciate here. We have coaches in place to help guide you, to help build that confidence, like Rebecca said, okay? So you couldn't do this alone. If you did, then everybody could do this alone. But we have coaches in place to provide that, you know, that support, that additional support that you could use. And anytime you have any questions, you can go right back to your coach and ask them. And that's what Rebecca took advantage of. She actually used that. And I'm glad she did that, because that's the reason why we have, you know, our coaches in place.
Absolutely. I mean, we met the coaches in person and in Maui, Hawaii, and we got to know them a little bit better and everything. And the professionalism, you know, is nothing short of amazing.
Yeah.
Okay? The conversations that we have, the stuff they know, the accomplishments that they have accomplished, is definitely
Their own personal growth.
Yeah,
Right?
you got to think about this. Having a coach that is already successful, teaching other people to be successful is where it's at. There's no sense in having a coach if you're not successful, right? Like when I hire my coach, he's successful, right? So any coach that I want to work with, they have to be successful. I mean, it's just common sense. So the way, you know, Misha laid it out, he hired a professional coaching team who already has success, okay? So you guys could follow in the footsteps of having success, because it is about mindset. And they have that mindset about them. They know how to teach the mindset, you know, coaching.
Yeah.
For us, you know, we have John Pierre, senior coach. You know, he's got it down to a science. And
we were blowing up his Skype.
we're moving pretty quick.
We did.
But here's the thing, we were really learning because of the coaching.
Right.
Like we were really had to process the modules and what was going on. You know what I mean? We have to, you know, learn what was happening there, not just going through them. And it really solidified what was important in our business and what we need to focus on versus, you know, just buying another product or buying another thing and hopefully that's going to solve your problem, which you got to stick to the fundamentals. And that's so great about the boot camp, right? It sticks to the fundamentals.
Yep.
And if you stick to the fundamentals, you're going to get results.
Okay, Rebecca. True or false? Positioning is key to your success here at the Super Affiliate Network. True or false?
Oh, 1,000% true. Oh my gosh. I would have, like, that $10,000+ would have been more like a couple $100 if I hadn't been positioned.
And you know what? That's exactly what we say when we position ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, we're like, oh my God, think about it. If we never went pro, how much money would we
Oh
make?
my gosh. Yeah, that'd be a total waste.
Yeah. That's why we went all in. Yeah, no doubt.
That's why we sure did. Yep.
I mean,
Yeah, guys, positioning is absolutely key. And Rebecca did that early on because she knew what she was capable of. And she was like, I'm not going to miss or pass any commissions. I'm going to get this in and I'm going to do it right.
No way.
Yep.
Nope.
You got to be positioned from the very beginning. Do not shy away from it. Don't let anything stop you. Rebecca, what did you do to go pro?
I waited until I had the tax return because, I mean, I didn't have $2,500 sitting around. I was on food stamps, for crying out loud. But I timed it. I waited. I knew exactly what I wanted. And the moment that money hit my account, I emailed Bethany and I went pro that day.
You got
Made the plan,
resourceful.
made the decision.
Nice.
Yes.
We were in that same state too. You know what I mean? We were struggling for a while. And right around that time, it was right at that point. You know, we had the money in the bank from the taxes, and immediately we just took action,
You sure did.
and we did it fast, and we both were on the same page with it.
Yeah.
Right.
And we're like, you know what, let's do it. And then from there, you know, we had the opportunity to go Maui, and we did because we saw the big picture. We're like, you know, we tried everything the other way, like forever, because I've been a part of high-ticket affiliate marketing companies before, and I always buy at that $2,400 level.
Stay
You know what I mean?
comfortable. Yeah.
And I'm saying this time, let's get really uncomfortable and let's do it, right? And for that reason, it's definitely changed our lives
Yes.
immensely. I mean, you know, having, you know, like Misha coaching, you know, on the horn is one thing, but you know, when you are like there and he's walking you through, and you get to meet him and you get to see the actual sculpture of marketing. I call it sculpture because it's like art, you know what I mean? And you really have to follow these precise details. You know, for him to walk you through and guide you, to me is worth more than Maui price alone. I mean, it's what we know now.
Yeah.
We can build anything. I mean, and that's from his coaching.
The
I mean,
skills that you
yeah.
gain, like Rebecca, you're on your way. Like
Oh,
by
yeah,
the time
you're
you
on
get
your
to Maui Intensive, like you're gonna know so much more than anybody. And
Yeah,
you're being valuable.
You're gonna be like, oh my God, this is how marketing really is, Because I have a testimonial, and we were talking in the video, and I said something. I said, now you're really gonna know what marketing is really about.
Yeah.
And that's said so. It was the right time to say that. It was perfect, because when I went there, it's like I learned this stuff that I never learned anywhere, and I've been online since 2008. I've been part of this company, that company, this company, that company. You know what I mean? He's the only one that said, "Hey, Rich, check this out. This is what you got to do. And guess what? When you're done with that, this is what you're supposed to do. And you know what? You do it this way, and this way, and this way.
Yeah.
Oh, let me look at your stuff. Oh, really? Okay, well, and he's right there, and he's walking you through, and he's looking through it. He's like, okay, well, you got to change this stuff over here. That's not good.
Make this tweak here, make this tweak
and
there.
it's just like having everything laid out for you, and understanding the not only the basic fundamentals, but the advanced part of it that really ties it all together. Oh my God, my brain right now thinking about it is like, yeah. People that go, they get it. They totally get it, because that education, like I said, I've been a part of many companies. Not once has anybody ever laid it like that, laid it out like that for me, ever. You know what I mean? And then going to Maui Immersion.
Yes.
Forget about it. That was just the icing on the cake.
It was.
That was just like, oh, love it.
Yeah, it just got even better and better, because we were Maui Intensive 1, and then just going over to Immersion, and Misha just like pulled out all these can of worms.
Yeah, I was just
like,
wow.
Oh my God, I was devouring as much
like,
information as I could.
Yeah.
And I'm like, now this is starting to come clear even more.
Yeah.
So it just gets better and better. Super Affiliate Network is growing so fast.
And
man.
here's the important thing about when you actually go to Maui. It's not just about going to a beautiful, exotic island like Maui, because trust me, I love Maui. I want to move there. But what I'm saying is, when you leave your element of being comfortable, right? That's the key. When you leave your element of being comfortable in your space, and you fly, across the ocean to the island, and you're there far away from all your distractions, far away from all the BS, far away from all the interruptions, far away from everything.
Yes.
And you get to focus on that specifically when you're like in that nice peaceful state. Let me tell you, you start to ingest all that information. It starts to make even more sense.
Yeah.
So yeah, guys, if you're watching, I'm telling you, we know what we're talking about. So I'm telling you, we've been seeing a lot more people have success.
Yes.
And I've been seeing brand new people coming on board and having success. So that leads me to believe that does the system work?
Absolutely.
And what we did on purpose is we took advantage of the Done For You system in the beginning. There was no excuse. Even with my experience that I've been in marketing, since 2008, I still wanted to find out if the marketing system really worked 100%. I know marketing, so I'm like, okay, well, let me just test the system out. Let me use the system 100% completely to see if it really worked. I can't tell you guys, we were making like 20, 30 sales a month. Okay? It works.
Yes.
It's designed that way. Because what you're doing is, you're becoming an affiliate. Okay, you're licensing, that product to use that Misha has used himself. That's just crazy to think about. Think about it. Here's a millionaire, created something for you. You get to use it, put in the numbers, start making sales, start reinvesting, start growing, upgrade, okay?
Yeah.
Position yourself at the highest point possible.
Exactly.
And keep going. I told myself this time, I want to go all the way. I don't want to be comfortable anymore. You know why?
Yeah.
Because getting comfortable only gets you so far. I tried doing that for so long with all the other companies that I've been a part of. $24.97, $24.97, $24.97. I've done it more than once. But I never, ever went all the way. Okay? And I said to myself, I tried it that way for so long. I tried it every other way for so long. For once, I'm just going to go the other way, man, and see what happens. And because of that reason, I can't thank Misha enough for the education and what he's taught us and everything. So
yes, and I'm so glad to see your success, Rebecca, because you are an example of exactly, the done for you system. You're an example and, a product of this system. You see your results. That means other people also can plug into it just like you did, and they can also get their own results and build their own story around their success, and maybe get your butts here and and get on the interview also when you get there.
We struggled for a while. You know what I mean? We're trying to figure stuff out. And for you to come on board and you must be thinking, wow, this system works. You know what I mean?
That was pretty mind blowing. Like that success was tangible during the boot camp, but to actually start it is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing when you start to see results. And I always say this, when you get results, that's when you get paid, right? Everybody focuses on like the money.
Yeah.
So Rebecca, tell me, what do you think about, that type of mindset when people always think about like, well, I want to make money. And they always think about the money aspect, but they don't think about the result aspect.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me, what do you think about, people that have that mindset about like, well, I'm going to go in this and I got to make money.
It's too short-sighted. If they're obsessed on the money, then they're not thinking through the entire big picture. Like everybody wants immediate money. I mean, who doesn't? But you're not looking at the big picture of anything. For instance, and I saw somebody, it may have been Billy, posted something on the somewhere on social media. I don't know where I see anything these days. Talking about a solo ad, you run it and you may not get any sales, but if you had good opt-in and things like that, that's not a loss. That's more work to do right there. That's follow up. That's more potential right there. So it's not about that fast sale. It's about where those sales will all lead. I've heard y'all talk about, and I've had team members ask me, Misha talks about the popcorn effect in the boot camp. And don't get me wrong, like everybody wants to see that, but you've got to keep, this is left over from my network marketing days. We had buckets to fill. You have to keep filling the buckets for things like that to happen and just keep going. Whether or not you get that fast money, that instant money, just keep filling those buckets nonstop because, thinking through a pot of popcorn, it's going to start popping so long as you keep putting kernels in there, Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I mean, when it comes to, the popcorn effect, what I've noticed is when we're, running ads consistently and we started, getting to some bigger numbers like, 1,000 clicks a week, 2,000 clicks a week, 3,000 clicks a week. What was happening is popcorn effect that was in full effect. I mean, we would see multiple sales come in a day. Yeah. Right. Did it happen the first time? No, it was over the consistency of time.
Right. Exactly.
We would see that popcorn effect again. And so to this day, we see we're like, oh, 2 sales came in. Whoa, 3 sales came in. And we're like, where did that come from? We have to track it. We got to track. I got to figure out where it is. And then we see where those results are coming from. And that's when things really changed in our mindset. We started seeing, so really it's not about just the upfront sales.
Right.
It's more about like the level of opt-in. So when you look at your capture page, that opt-in rate, the higher it is, that's the goal. Yeah. That's where the big picture is. To build a list in that fashion to get that list as big as possible. Right? I mean, you look at Misha, he's got a list probably over 100, 200,000 people, easy, right?
Yeah. Right.
Here my list is at 8,000, right? And you got to think about where you're starting and be realistic with your expectations.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's one thing I went into. I'm like, I'm going to wipe everything that I've learned over the years. I'm going to erase my mind and start from scratch and learn from Misha. That's what I wanted to do. And I said, okay, so let's focus on the opt-in. Let's focus on getting results. So I started going out there, and it's a little bit more advanced, guys, but I started creating my own capture pages, right? Now, I've done that a little bit before, but learning what Misha taught me, I started creating even more capture pages. I started learning how to get better opt-in rates, okay? Mm-hmm. Yeah. And this stuff is like such an invaluable skill because think about this. If you're if you have one capture page and you're using that capture page over and over and over and over, right? And somebody else is using the same capture page over and over and over and over, what's going to happen? Of course, it's going to deplete over time. But if you start learning the skill sets, okay, Maui Intensive, all that kind of stuff, you start creating your own capture pages, you start to look at those capture pages, you have something unique to the marketplace that nobody has.
Yes. Right.
And then guess what? You're ahead of the curve. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Powerful. This is why if you look at the back office, in Infusionsoft that Misha provided, he doesn't just have one capture pages. He has multiple capture pages because we want people to use different funnels, right? You know, we have the Sold Out Success formula. We have the cold market capture page. We have capture page, B and, and all the other ones. But understand that if you learn to create your own capture page, could you imagine the possibilities? And now with tools and resources the way they are nowadays, they're so easy to create. They're not more. When I started, I had to do HTML. Oh my God, that was hell. But now the systems that are out there for us, we can create capture pages,
drag and drop,
and then link it to Misha's sales page.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a higher opt-in rate because nobody's seen that capture page yet.
Exactly.
Isn't that awesome to even think about? See, I get excited about using my creative mind and think about different things because when we keep growing and getting uncomfortable, we start getting more results. And Misha talks about that. Always keep getting uncomfortable. Just like us, we take a long time to do the webinars. The slides are like 95% done. Woo! I'm excited.
Yeah.
Okay? And that takes work.
Yeah.
It takes work.
That's not our domain.
Yeah.
When we started doing things, webinars
That's
was not our domain.
That's our nemesis. That's our that's our Achilles heel. Okay? That's like,
and then we see guys like you rolling out webinars like nothing. And we're like, what the hell, man?
We're not perfect, right?
No.
But we we hustle.
That's right. Yeah.
So understand that this is another thing that we're working on and that we're applying, and that understand it's okay if things seem a little weird, uncomfortable, because that's normal.
Yes.
That's if you're not feeling that,
that's growth.
Man, you better run away as fast as possible.
Yeah.
If somebody's telling you, man, this is easy, come right in, make some money, become rich, all that kind of stuff. Run away. Run away, because that's not true.
Nope.
You have to learn these skill sets, just like Misha learned these skill sets. Remember his story. He struggled.
Yes.
He didn't have pot to piss in, okay? And he didn't know how to create a capture page in the beginning, right? He didn't know how to build a list in the beginning. He didn't know how to follow up in the beginning, right? But he took the time to invest in intellectual capital, right? One of the laws, right? And then he actually kept and kept on and kept on and kept on. Yeah. And he got better and better and better. And look at now. He created his own system. Now he's giving back to all of you. And he's sharing exactly what he's done, to the point that he's sharing his own stuff. Right? Because it's proven to work.
Yeah, look at the masterclass. Were you on the masterclass, Rebecca?
No, well, only a piece of it.
Piece of it?
Yeah, I'm Eastern Standard Time and I go to bed stupid early, so.
So in the masterclass, we were on it, and what was cool about up until that time, Misha did everything for everyone in the Super Affiliate Network. He made the swipe file. He's like, guys, copy this, paste it, go change it, make it your own, use your own links. Yeah. Who does that? You know what I mean? And then I'm seeing people in the community well, how do I go, or where do I start? And I'm like, Misha already did every damn thing for you. All I do is copy and everything, put it right out there.
There's always a tragedy before success.
Yeah.
I say tragedy because some of the stories are so bad. We were homeless for a while. Misha had no money for rent. And he had to face his friend. You know what I mean? That's tough, man. That's hard. That's hard. And to always still have that belief and that drive to continue to want to succeed as much as you want to breathe.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's it's so intense when I think about those things. You know what I mean? So intense. But that's what gives you breakthroughs. That's what makes things happen in this industry. When you get uncomfortable and you just do things you've never done before, there's something waiting on the other side.
Stretch.
That's
what we say. We say stretch.
We love staying on the other side. We love being comfortable. We love staying in that place where it's like, this is good. This is good. This is good. But we can't be like that. We have to be like, what's over there? I need to see, Yeah. And when we step over, that's when things start to you start to see that beautiful sunset. You start to see that whole new way of thinking. You start to see the reality. You start to see the truth. And everything just opens up, and then doorways open up, and more doorways open up in your mind because you start to see the reality of what your business is really all about. And that's the best way to describe it.
Yeah. So what is your best advice to new members who are coming on board to the Super Affiliate Network that are doubting their abilities, doubting that if the system is going to work out for them? What is your best advice, Rebecca?
Yeah.
The best thing I would say is you've got to take full responsibility for your path. Kind of tagging along with what Rich was saying, but you've got a system that's done for you and being handed to you, but ultimately it's up to you. It's up to the individual to do anything with it. If the links sit in your back office, then they're not going to make you any money. You've got to actually take action. You've got to take full-blown responsibility. Just in my brief time within the company, I've lost a couple of team members who were angry because somehow they didn't think it was done enough for them or something. And it blows my mind, because it's like, I really don't know what more could possibly be expected. You have to get off your butt and do something at some point. You can't just magically pay somebody money and start bringing in buckets of it in return. You can try to win the lottery, but that's the only way that is going to actually happen that way. I think taking that responsibility. And the other thing would be, I know for me, and I've started talking about this more, but I lived in and with my excuses for a solid 3 years. I've been a single mom for 4. I would say I started trying to take responsibility about when I joined network marketing. That was in an attempt to take some responsibility. But before that, I didn't have enough time. I didn't have enough money. I couldn't. It was just excuse after excuse. And you know what? It sounds really damn valid in your own mind, and you can really convince yourself of it 100%. But it's not until you say, okay, I don't have enough money and I don't have enough time. So what am I going to do about it? Because those are problems to me right now. And so really taking responsibility for what I wanted to have changed. And so the excuses become your assets. A second ago, Rich was talking about those traumas. I remember back in December, before joining up with the Super Affiliate Network, even going through the boot camp, I took a screenshot of my bank statement because I had 25 cents in my account. And I knew that one day that was just going to be a piece of my story. It stopped being an excuse at that point. It was just a motivator. And so I think my biggest advice to anybody would be, I don't care how much money you do or do not have. I don't care how much time you do or do not have. I don't care what education you do or do not have. Take responsibility for yourself. If you're ready to make changes, you will make changes, but it all comes back to you.
So, the old saying goes, I wish I knew then what I know now.
Yeah.
Elaborate on that for me.
If I knew, the obvious one here is if I knew about internet marketing back a year ago, holy hell, man, I would be so much further ahead of where I am now to have not spent that year network marketing. So that would be what I wish I knew then. If I had stumbled into this back in March when y'all were stumbling to sand and I was stumbling into network marketing, if I could have just joined y'all at that point, life would be pretty sweet right now. I mean, it is pretty sweet, but it'd be even sweeter right now.
Awesome. Okay, guys, so we got 10 minutes and take a few questions.
Yeah, you guys can post some Q&A here for us. And,
if you have any questions for Rebecca?
Yeah, any questions for Rebecca? Rebecca, you're awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us.
You're awesome.
And congratulations on all your success, and we look forward to seeing you at the top.
See you in Maui.
In there, man.
Yeah, man, that's right. All right, let's see here what we got. Robert Irizarry says, sometimes I will monitor my progress, and when sometimes things don't happen for me, I will see where I went wrong and fix it. Misha's story fuels me to keep going. My own story keeps me going. I just need to get more uncomfortable and take the leap of faith and go for broke.
Yeah.
Very good comment. That's that awareness, Robert. Yep. That's that awareness you just had. You had that aha moment. Now you gotta follow it. Put some steak on it. All right.
Victoria says, I just have a huge thank you, Rebecca.
Oh, thank you.
Robert Orr says, how much do you spend monthly on ad costs?
Honestly, at this point, I think last month I probably spent a couple thousand.
Okay, nice.
And that's on solo ads, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Awesome.
And let's see another one here.
Rosemary Parcel says, Rebecca is my role model, mentor, friend, and idol. You have some idols there. All right, good fans. There you go.
Awesome.
I know Rosemary. She's awesome.
Nothing like team support, man. Nothing like that. That's awesome.
Diane Robinson says, don't give up ever. Even if you haven't made a sale yet, it will happen. We'll tell ourselves that every day.
Yes, tell yourselves that every
Absolutely.
single day. When you see people making sales, one thing that we've created in the Super Affiliate Network is this culture is recognition. You know, kids look for it all the time, right? So when it comes to this industry, you know, we want to recognize those who actually made their first sale right online. And we always say, hey, congratulations. You know, we throw a big party in the recognition in the community and we go, congratulations, way to go on getting your first sale. Get ready for more to come. Because we want you to have that. And you want to hold on to that, you know, that belief that you just created your first sale. There are people online that are involved in network marketing, like Rebecca was talking about. They haven't even generated their first sale. They haven't generated their first lead.
Okay, so, Jerry Bianco says, how do you prioritize your ad buys?
My what?
Your ad buys.
How do you
ad buy?
prioritize your ad buys? I think they're trying to figure out how do you prioritize your buying process when you
I think you
buy
touched on,
ads.
she touched on that earlier, didn't she?
No, that's a different
Oh,
question.
okay.
Well, I'm not sure if I 100% understand.
Yeah.
But I would say, still to this day, like I routinely don't spend more than, for instance, $50, $60 at the grocery store. I don't eat out. We don't do a lot of those things. We just don't, because, you know, I have started doing things with my children, like taking them camping, but that's very inexpensive. Our life as a whole, even though I'm making more, is still inexpensive because I'd rather put that time into experiences and put that money into ads.
Okay, so
That's a good point too. Living a minimalist lifestyle temporarily so that way you can have, you know, the lifestyle freedom that you want. And that's something I definitely could relate because being rich, we do the same thing.
yeah.
Like, you know, it doesn't matter how much money we make, we still have that minimalist lifestyle. It's not about how much money you have, it's about how much money you keep.
Yeah.
That's the way well people think.
So Jason Esselin says, and what was her ROI from $2,000, you know, on ads? How much did she make? Well, first of all, I'm going to answer this one. You want to answer it first, and I'll take over afterwards.
Let's see. Last month, I'm trying to remember. I mean, at the end of the month, the easiest way I can think of is the end of the month, I still had probably $500-$600 left over. So that's from, used to end the month with 25 cents. Last month, I spent a couple thousand in solo ads and I had $500 or $600 left over. So that's the easiest way my brain can compute the answer there.
Yeah.
So how much did you make in commission from that ad spend?
Oh, how much did last month? Now the way the company divides with payday being on the 15th, but last month in total, I pulled in like $3,300-$400 just for the whole month of June.
Nice, cool.
Really good.
There you go.
There you go.
And Jason, I just want to touch on ad spend. When you actually think about ad spend, a lot of people have the misconception of when they spend money on advertising that they're getting an ROI immediately.
Right.
I need to debunk that because it doesn't work that way. Okay, don't expect to get $2,000 and get $4,000 back right away.
True.
There's times I spend, $4,000 in traffic, and I made a couple $100, but 3 months later I made like over 25 grand, right? So understand that it's all about the compound effect, and you're running your ads and following up and getting a good, opt-in rate when you're actually running those ads. It's just a big misconception in this industry, and I'd like to debunk that right now.
Yeah.
So understand when you're running your ads, you might get a few trickle sales come in from those ads immediately. Like maybe you run 2,000 clicks, you might get 10 sales, 20 sales, right? But understand you're not going to get that money immediately back. It doesn't work that way,
That's right.
okay? The leads go into your autoresponder. You follow up over 6 months to a year, whatever it takes. It could happen the following month. It could happen 6 months. Because like I said, I spent a lot of money, and then down the road, I made like double or 4 times my money back on what I spent. Okay, so understand that.
Yeah.
Just want to
Good
clarify
point.
that.
Yeah, definitely. And it's a really good clarification because people do have that misconception that they think once they start, doing solo ads, they're going to start making sales right away. You could sink or swim. I mean, this is going to end up happening is you put the money into it, but don't expect or have these set expectations.
If you're not confident,
Yeah.
use the system. Let Misha follow up.
Mhm.
And then while that's happening,
Yes.
focus on your one key skill set is conversions.
Yeah.
Conversions is when you're in your emails and you're learning to write effective emails. That's what we did. And we people are today somebody called us up. Yesterday somebody called us up. Okay, we had somebody ask like, "Hey guys, what do you do?" Yesterday we had somebody call up and tell us a horror story.
Ask them.
Okay,
Yeah.
so we've gotten to that point now that our emails are affecting people. Okay, and that's the goal and that's what we want to accomplish. But we did that over a long period of
It didn't
time.
happen like that in the beginning.
Okay, from March all the way to November,
Yeah.
we continue to practice our email marketing, and so to this day, we keep trying different things, right?
Yes.
Because we focus on that one key skill set, why that system and that beautiful machine was running. So,
And that's the machine we're talking about.
Yeah.
It's the Super Affiliate Network system.
ow,
Mm-hmm.
that's right.
Let's see the next comment here. Let's take a look at the questions. Rebecca, thank you. Who said that? Go back up. Tommy Murphy, awesome journey. Rebecca, thank you, he says.
Thank you.
Teresa says, celebrate the little successes too, and never compare yourself to others.
Oh, that is so key. That is so key.
Oh, man.
You never want to compare
She just
yourself
drove
to
it right home.
Yeah, you
Yes.
never want to compare yourself to others because there are people that come from different walks of life.
Different
They have different
circumstances.
circumstances.
Yep.
They have different experiences. Like Rebecca said, you know, how she started in network marketing and what happened with her. You know, everybody has this special, you know, backstory. Okay. So you can't really tell if you're going to do the same exact stuff that Rebecca did that you might get her results. You know,
Yep.
and, you know, or if you do exactly what we did, you would get our results.
Right.
It all is dependent on you.
Now, Patty has a question for you, Rebecca.
Okay.
She says, what are your tips for running your business when you can't go pro straight away? Saving my money, though. Gonna get there.
My tips for saving money wouldn't be any different, I don't think, for anybody else. Just keep something running all the time and save as much as you can. You know, the very first second anybody is able to go pro, I would absolutely say to do that because it's a whole lot, you know, when you're positioned at that level, it's a whole lot easier to make more money because what you risk, as we all know, is somebody upgrading above where you are and missing out on all that commission. And so, you know, I think it's harder to get that ROI that Jason was talking about if you're not positioned to receive full commission. So the other thing I would say and would be to make sure, you know, with the first company, I knew for Sand that I was going to be waiting for my tax return. But with the first company, now while none of these results panned out and I had to borrow money from my parents to join, I looked into whatchamacallit, refinancing my van. I looked into loans. I looked into every possible option. Now I was rejected all of them because I had crap credit, but I looked into I spent 3 or 4 days doing nothing but looking into options as to ways that I could do this. So
You get resourceful.
don't ever forget those options.
Yes,
You got resourceful.
that's right.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So I'll give my touch on that. Now, if people are saving money and everything, there's ways to go about it. Like for me, in the past, I've taken stuff that I have that I can sell on eBay or Craigslist, and I started just selling stuff. Right? Think about it. You know, my story is I was in a band before I got started internet marketing in 2008, and we were in the studio, and I left on the most important night because I couldn't take it anymore. Right? So what did I do? I had my stage equipment. I sold it. I had just enough money. Now, mind you, for the high ticket commission for that first thing, I had a discount. Instead of $2,000, it was like $1,500 and something dollars. Now the reality is, this is really funny. When I sold all my stage gear, the money came out to $1,500 and something dollars. Not the exact amount, but pretty close. And so it was definitely meant to be. But having said that, I got resourceful and I said, I gotta have some stuff I could sell. I mean, I really want this really bad. I'm gonna sell some stuff. I can always get it back later on, right? It's just material, and that's the way I thought about it. And when I did that, you know, if I didn't do that in the beginning, I wouldn't be in this situation right now. because I took my business very seriously when I first got started.
That's when you know you take it seriously, you know,
Yeah.
Rebecca, is when you start selling stuff at your house, because that means you really want this bad enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see
Oh, absolutely.
people
Oh
make
my God,
excuses
yeah.
all the time. Their air conditioners are breaking, and you know they got to take care of that first. Or their
Yeah.
TV broke, they got to go run to Best Buy, go pick up another one. I'm like, oh, you go get that, but you won't invest in your own business. That don't make no sense to
Well, if
me.
you're in Florida, if you're in Florida, that's one thing because it's so hot over there.
Too
You
damn
need an
hot,
AC. That's like a pair of underwear, man. You need that.
Oh my gosh.
I'm serious. It gets real hot over there, man. It's like so bad.
But really, honestly, if you're trying to save up money, you know, not just savings, but also get resourceful, like Rebecca said. Look into loans, look into borrowing from a family member. Is not, you know, it's an option. You know, find out how you can actually get the money, the capital to get started. Because I'm going to say it like this: you cannot start a business with $0. You must have some startup capital. Even if it's just $50, like Rebecca, you know, she only had, 25 cents left in her account. Come on. You know, the only thing that had her going was her desire, her passion. Her why was strong enough. And then having a strong why will make you do stuff you won't believe.
It makes you uncomfortable.
That's
It
true.
will. It'll make you stretch. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
All right, let's see here. Megan Davenport says there is always a way. It will happen if you keep the vision. Oh, yeah.
And Robert Irizarry said, I did the same thing, Rich. I
Yes.
sold some stuff. Yeah. Well, guys, it's 10:04.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
That's so fun, man. We could be here all night.
This moved pretty quick.
Yeah, so pretty much that's a wrap. Rebecca, I want to thank you for your time, for being
Absolutely.
here.
Thanks for having me.
Awesome. Don't be a stranger, girl. Hook us up.
Definitely.
Definitely. Guys, I want to thank you so much for joining us here on the Super Philly Network Inner Circle. Join us again every Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Come here, bring your team members, invite your team members, okay? And also now, this is public, you can invite your guests, okay? So Misha has actually enabled this where you actually have your own affiliate link and you can actually start inviting your guests, that's right, here to the Super Philly Network videos that we have here. You can use your links for that. You can use it for the Freedom Calls that we do every day, Monday through Friday at noon, right? Noon.
Yes.
So yeah, leverage that. See, Misha's just putting it right there on a silver platter. Come on.
Silver platter.
Look right there, man.
I call it gold platter.
Got a gold platter right there.
So listen, guys. Also, head over to the Super Affiliate Network fan page where you can actually get the notifications. Make sure you go to the fan page on the top there where it says like, and on the side there you actually drop it down, and that way you can get the notifications when this stuff is going on, so you don't miss a beat and you don't miss this great stuff. Okay?
That's right. So back to what Rebecca says. Go pro, right, Rebecca?
Go pro, totally.
Go
Go
pro, guys.
pro. Ow.
Have a
All
great
right.
night, everybody. Thank you for joining us. See ya.
Bye, guys.